Harbinger of Karnos, while noble your offer is, I fear that your resurgent humanity is blurring your vision currently. Yes, Adamus has the chain of souls. Adamus has not been seen in some time. Locating him is just as big of a problem as finding, or as defeating him is. I need not remind you that the Zalin have resurged, which means your once beloved elven homeland and even the elven homelands of Duran are in complete peril as we speak. We do not know their forces, we do not know their numbers, and we still do not know the will of Avarish. Annarrion can tell you that Avarish is no mere Zalin, he is no mere opponent. He is a god.
Everyone looks at everyone who's like really smart. Looks at Regniel when you say that.
Now, also, we have the impending Duverny collapse that we ourselves have, even myself, with all as the Gold Archon and the Archons before me, had no real inclination to how deep this Annarrion artifact, its workings are being unbeknownst to even me.
If I may speak, Darian stands up, comes over. As to the location of Adamus Nightlock,
as distasteful as it is to me, I am here not only as myself, as an ex-Goldarkin, and, dare I say, very powerful war mage of Aragon, but I am also here on behalf of my father, who declined to be here. And if any of you are stupid enough to not know who my father is the Dread Emperor Kirk Blackheart. And I am also bringing information from another Blackheart, one that I am not so fond of, by the name of Kratos, the Demon Prince.
That's what we should do with that city. Figure out how to steer it, park it right above Kratos' house, and let it fall.
Solaris, there have been very few times in my life when I have agreed with anything you said or did. This is one of those rare times.
That's when the Vandir is going to bust in, kind of create turmoil. You're talking about crashing my home onto some asshole's home. Tell me, what if I took your house and blew it up to hurt my neighbor? You wouldn't like that, would you?
Honestly, I was out of the house at the time. Not so bad.
Yarkaz will speak up at this point. I think it's a good idea.
We'd have to get the people out first.
I'm gonna hiss at him.
Kind of implied.
Vandir being the most.
Hey,
You can leave the real...
you should probably watch your tongue, because it would not be the first time I killed a demon lord.
Or we could leave the tax collectors up. He'll tell it now.
Okay, anyway, Darian's going to continue at this point. Say, about 60-something years ago, when Kratos Blackheart was ascending to his inheritance, as my father called it, he went in search of the sword of his ancestor, Eric Blackheart, only to find that in the ruins of Blackheart Tower it had been taken. From the reports of Yarkaz and those who went with him, we have reason to believe that the sword that Adamus now holds, in addition to the Chain of Souls, used to belong to Eric Blackheart, and may in fact still have some of his soul within it. Adamus's insanity may not be the only factor here.
Well, that explains a bloody lot.
Asher, so we're talking about not only the most powerful being most powerful mortal or immortal, as far as we know, to transcend worlds is our problem.
We are also talking about one of the most depraved, violent, and reckless tyrants to ever appear on Duran.
Don't forget stupid.
brash. Well, so these are the problems. Asher's going to kind of, or Carlon's kind of going to go ahead and start popping forward, not to interrupt anyone. As far as these planner workings go, yes, Umbra magic is something to be policed, and I disagree that it should be squashed completely. However, that is not my
You disagree
argument.
with that, Cylindra? How can you disagree with the horror it wreaks upon the natural order of the world?
Solaris,
Cylinder.
Cylindra, you should know yourself. The use of all arcanic energy weakens planar bondings itself.
If the young half-elf stands up, which a lot of people there might not even know, if I may interrupt here, if someone, as very few of you actually may know, who is a purveyor of both arcane and nature magic, and if you will pardon my interruption, Mother, Umbramancy should be policed. I myself, in my youth, were sent by my parents, both mother and father, to apprehend some people who kept using Umbramancy around Telvimbror, where the tears in the plains were weakest. I do not think we are not the Illidan.
No.
We are not going to go around telling people what they can and cannot do. I don't wish to be that way anymore, but perhaps if we all banded our powers together, certain wards, certain spears of protection against certain types of magics, like we may cast over ourselves in moments of peril, could be placed over these areas where Umbramancy would not even function until the plane of bindings themselves were healed.
That could take millennia, and as Asher, that could take millennia to even heal naturally, even with our own intervention.
Would it not be worth it, Father? The extinction of our entire plane of existence.
And Leopold is going to step forward. Well, he's going to be speaking in more of an Ellendorish tone. Who are any of us, as I implore you, the Council of Eight, to heed this? Who are any of us to govern knowledge, to say who is fit to know certain things? Aren't all of you who are so well immersed in the knowledge of Arcana, you yourselves will admit that your knowledge is power. There is no forbidden knowledge, only forbidden use.
One of the Archons, I'll say the white Archon, and Nell stands up and says, "That's easy for you to say when your life won't be wiped out when the planes merge."
That's when he's going to kind of start giggling. Dear Archon, you yourself are aware what happened to Karnos. He is no more. I have witnessed my own world reduced to ash. Everything that I once loved is no more. You can tell me nothing of loss, nothing that I do not already know, that I do not already stand to lose.
Then why are you being so reckless with this world?
Reckless? Reckless? You call it reckless to care for it? To care for the only thing that I have? As a remembrance of my own and as a future?
You're going to have to choose at some point your old life or this world. You were divided and too emotional to be part of this council in the first place. And then at that, Annarrion's going to shut the fuck up, basically.
Hell
Careful.
yeah.
Calm down. Everybody needs to calm down, lean back, take a hit of gnome nug.
Okay. And then Carlon's gonna jump forward, if I may. yes, planar weakenings are at hand, and this artifact is of no demonological or abyssal origin, which is more my forte. However, yes, we risk the merging of all planes, and but at the same time, if all planes themselves merge, we, not even you, the Archons or Annarrion, can tell us the ramifications of such if they all do merge into one. We could spell the end of all life, it could spell an evolution. We do not know, but what we are here to do is preserve what we have and what we all call our own, and whether or not we wish to admit it, love. So, the object should not be stopping policing at this point of the magics. It should be stopping problems that we have at hand. These Zalin have returned. Once upon a time, they ripped a world to shreds and brought it to its knees. And
I know more of the Zalin than you do.
Agreed. Seeing them firsthand, I am sure. So let us ask, which are we more fearful of? Because let us not deny, we are here not because to find a thing to do, but we fear what comes if we do not take action.
Everyone is quiet and thinking about what he said.
And Carlin kind of retreats and looks at Vandir like, Vandir's gonna be like, that's my boy.
I love Carl.
So do I.
He doesn't speak, well, he doesn't speak legibly much, but when he does, he tries to make points. Asher will step forward. Council, the Umber Mage is correct, as you all know by the look on your faces. The question here is not, at this point, the means, but, or no, the question at this point is not the end to the means, but the means by which we bring this to an end. Do we stop the Zalin and risk Davern falling into what's below it and collapsing everything? Do we wish to further our knowledge upon this Annarrion artifact so that we may permanently suspend this city into the sky and build it from there? Do we deal with the impending Shadow Balor? For, as Lenathon Odell can tell you, none of us know the exact number of Morden's creation. However, Lenathon Odell has said that he has vanquished at least 30. That is at least 30 that will not be back for 100 years. However, if they choose to besiege this realm and find a way to, and if the plane of bindings weaken themselves to the point where they can traverse, then we all face imminent peril and impossible disaster to everything.
Two figures walk up in the middle of him speaking. It is Alicia and Yarkaz. They stand up from either side of Annarrion, who looks around. They walk without blinking to just like the very middle, right off the side of the table. And they stand back to back. And they start talking, saying the same words except for one differentiating word.